All right, let's react to this video.
Hello?
Hi.
You got a flashlight or something?
Yes, I do.
I want to say, you is the best light I ever seen in a car, girl. Is your name Alexis?
Yes.
Okay. Alexis, where you calling us from?
Washington, D.C.
DC! I had so much fun in DC, child. How old are you, Alexis?
28.
28. What you do for a living?
I have 3 jobs. So my main job is I'm a cloud professional.
A
Then I
what?
also a cloud professional. So I'm in tech.
Okay.
I also work as a waitress, and I also own my own apartment building. So I own multiple Airbnbs.
You own and what else? You said you own Wendy's too?
I own my own apartment building.
Oh, okay.
Impressive, right? I who knows, right? I would if I don't want to own. I'm not really crazy about owning property. I'd rather own stocks. But if I ever own a apartment, I mean a property, I want to do apartments because you might as well get the all that in one go instead of buying a whole bunch of different houses. So impressive. But here's the thing. She must be doing really well for herself. Okay, a job in tech, waitresses. I don't understand that. But and then an owner of Rich, amazing. Thank you for the support. Thank you. You're amazing. Parasocial. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit weird, but you know, if she says what she says is true, it's impressive. It's impressive. Yeah, but not many 28-year-olds would have the same resume. Owning an apartment building. An apartment building is not cheap. I don't know any kind of apartment building you can own for less than $500,000. So
and you waitress. So 3
yo, Blue, thank you for joining.
jobs. You work in tech. You say you do cloud what?
I'm a cloud engineer.
Engineer. Okay. Okay. Alexis DC 28. You have any kids?
Nope.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. You ever been married?
Nope.
Impressive, right? A barber and a hotel owner. I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? I'll give people prop if you can own a large investment property like that and have a job with whatever ordinary job, barber. I'm impressed.
Okay, never married. Let's do it. We got Alexis, DC, 28, no kids. She has 3 jobs, cloud engineer. She's a waitress, also owns her own apartment building. What kind of man you looking for? She's a Capricorn too. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I want a man that's a provider.
She wants a man that's a provider. No surprise. I'm not surprised, but here's the thing, right? I was so impressed by her resume. But this is the thing with women. It's useless. Women's resumes are useless. Here's the thing, right? Parasocial said he knows a guy that's a barber and owns a hotel. Essentially, this man is, I wouldn't necessarily say high value, but wanted. Because him being a barber makes money. Him owning a hotel building, that makes money. So he is valuable to women. This is why I constantly say women's money, their job, their achievement means nothing. Their career means nothing. Because here's the thing. When you want a provider, what does it mean? What does you owning a hotel mean? Nothing. Okay? Because you're not providing. You're not contributing. You're really not. Okay? You're not giving him money. You having a tech job means what? Nothing. Right? Essentially, you want to make money for yourself and at the same time get a man to take away your adult responsibility. So now she can make money for herself and not worry about bills, rent, any kind of expenses. Because the man is taking care of it. He's providing. So essentially the money she's making is all for herself. And that is why I constantly said women's money, career, their job means nothing. Because they constantly ask, here's a woman, she owns an apartment building. She has a tech job. Yet, here she is asking, I want a provider. The insanity in that. The insanity in that. When you have such a desirable job, a tech job, okay, and you own an apartment building, right? And yet you still have the entitlement to ask for a provider. So again, this is why I constantly say women's money, their career, their degree, their job, right? It doesn't mean nothing to men, because at the end of the day, women constantly ask for men to use their money, for men to give money to them.
I want a traditional man in a sense. So I want a man that pays the bills. I want a man that leads the household. If we're moving. I just want a man's man. I also want somebody who likes to travel. I travel a lot, maybe 10 international countries a year. You don't have to travel as much, but just have an interest in traveling. I also want a man that's extremely honest. I mean, I feel like some people tell little white lies because they don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. I'm very blunt, and I think I would want that kind of partner in return, someone who can be as transparent with me as I am with them. And I guess lastly, somebody romantic. I have not really had as much luck finding people who like to please. So I would like.
She doesn't have much luck of men that wants to please. Here's the thing, right? I mean, I don't think she's a broke chick, but here's the thing. It don't matter. Broke or rich, she still requires a man to provide, right? She still requires a man to please her. This is the insanity of it, right? This is the insanity of it. What does a man get? Her body? Great. Her body, right? It's like, honestly, that her body is, it's God-given for every woman. Every woman has the box. Right? So really, she's nothing special. Nothing special. Okay? This is the insanity of so many women that they can't understand. No wonder they have a problem of finding men to please, because honestly, men that can provide, men that can please, they see why. What makes you so special that I need to provide for you, that I need to please you? And usually, right, women have no way of, they can't do nothing, right? They can't say anything or do anything, because here's the thing. What they can do is pretty much just have sex. And really, cheaper women, right? Less hard work women, less difficult women, you can still get that from. So in a man's eyes, give me a reason why I need to go above and beyond for you. Women can't, right? Women can attract men. The problem I constantly find is women cannot keep men.
Like to find someone that's similar to what I can provide to somebody else.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Broke.
What can you provide to someone else? A man that can provide for you. Why would he need you to provide for him? Okay? Why? This is the thing where it's honestly amazing to me. It's always one way. Okay? Men that make money, they have never needed women to provide for them. Here's the thing. I never tout to be rich or in any way. Okay? But I've worked hard for my money. I've never needed one time to ask a girl I'm dating, I'm dealing with, to give me money. Never. Right? Never paid for dates, never paid for travel, never paid for, gifts, never paid for nothing to me. Because I don't need it. Okay? Men that make money, men that, are hardworking, diligent, they have rarely, if ever, needed women to provide. So really, the insanity that, I need a man that can provide for me like I can provide for him. You can't provide for him. You can't. This is why, right? Why women like this are having a hard time finding men. Because one, you don't provide for men. You don't provide for men even if they could provide for you, right? You're not paying his bills. You're not paying his mortgage. You're not paying his rent. You're not paying his utilities. You're not paying for his travels. So really, you're not providing for men, all right? And two, men that can do it, they don't need it. They're not like women, right? They're not needing women to pay for their rent, pay for their utilities, right? So it's totally different. What men want from women and what women want from men are vastly different. And sadly, right, more men can provide more for women than what women can provide for men, especially nowadays.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty open. I know you can't have it all, so I don't care if you're that tall. As long as you 5'5", 5'6" or taller. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, short. You can't have it all. Looks, I'm willing to settle on. I cannot settle on what you bring to the table financially, and I cannot settle on too many kids. I can't do more than 2, and your kids cannot be under 10. Um. Oh, and then anyone that's not ambitious. Like recently I matched with a doctor on a dating app, and I was just like, I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm a doctor. And he was just like, I was like, okay, so what's your goals? He was just like, oh no, I kind of blocked you because like, what do you mean what's my goals? Is a doctor not enough? I don't want.
What's your goal? Your goal is becoming a doctor. This is the insanity of women. A doctor is not enough for this woman. What's your goal as a doctor? My goal as a doctor is to be a doctor. What's your goal as a lawyer? Is to be a lawyer. I've reached my goal. Now I'm just working. The absolute insanity. This woman is like, this is why this woman is saying she has a hard time finding men. At 28, right? At 28, she is hitting the danger zone in the sense that her standards are going harder and harder for men to even care to meet. Okay? Her high-ass financial standards, okay? At 28, she's reaching that mark. Once she hits 30, 35, her high-ass financial standards, well, it don't fly. It won't fly. Not as easy. Unless this man, this is the thing. As older you get, the older the man must be for him to meet those financial standards. So really, at 28, maybe you can deal with a man that's 40, 45, right? That could deal with your financial standards. At 35, you're going to have to jump to like 60, 70, right? So be sure about that.
Somebody who's content with where they are. A doctor is being a doctor is amazing. I understand what you guys go through to get there, but why can't you want more? I guess me having 3 jobs shows you that I'm never comfortable with being in one place.
Not being he need to run for the president. He's already a surgeon, and that ain't enough for you.
It's not a money thing more, so I guess it's an ambition thing. Yeah.
Well, let's start a couple things. I mean, I cracked up when you said broke. I don't know, the way you said it was just funny. What is broke to you?
Also, ambition. So the ambition. What does it mean? Great, yeah. Saying that you own an apartment is not really a job, right? But fine. A waitress? The hell is that? It's like the audacity for a woman that has the second job as a waitress saying a doctor isn't ambitious. The ambition is becoming that doctor. He's reached his ambition.
Broke to me is living check to check. I try to live it where 10% of my income is spent on expenses and bills. If you out here, 70% of your income goes towards your expenses, you're not somebody I want to talk to because you're living way beyond your means. I don't care if you're cheap. I don't care if you like, you know what, we can't go out this weekend because I need to save up some money. I need somebody that's fiscally responsible. Broke is broke. Like, you can't afford your car note. I had a guy's car get repo from my house. No, I don't deal with those kind of people. Broke is broke.
Is there a dollar amount to broke for you?
Ideally, I want somebody that makes more than me, so at least 200 or more.
Okay. So
200. 200. You are looking for the 1%. Literally the 1%. This is, I mean, it is fine for women to have whatever, standards they want. Cool. Okay? But here's the thing that women seem to not understand is that your standards are your problem. In the sense that if you have never reached it, if you have never found a man that can meet your standards, obviously you probably don't qualify for it. But here's the thing. Great. Women can have whatever standards they want. But I think at the end of the day, women have to understand. Let's say this. She's 28. The problem is when she's 38, she's wondering why she's still single. Right? She's still in the dating market. Wondering why. Where, you know what? You weren't actually smart enough to, when you had the time, finding the actual man you want. I'm sorry, at 28, she should have focused on a man at 21 that made 200K. Right? Let's say this. At 21, if she focused on a man at 21, she could have probably found a 40-year-old, right, that made that much. Because I said, as women don't understand their true value. A lot of women's true value is honestly in their youth, in their beauty. Plain and simple. I mean, she's not terrible looking. I mean, she's a little bit too caked up for me. So, but her, I wouldn't say never, but I'm saying that on her track record, it's going to get harder and harder. Right? If she's not going to find a man soon, it doesn't get easier with time.
100K to you would be not enough.
No.
No. Okay. So 200K or more. Ooh, child. Okay. So we got there early. Should he look a certain way?
No. I told you, physically, I don't really care. It looks fade. So, in 20, 30, 40 years, you're not going to look the way you did when I met you. So why do I care if you Denzel Washington? I'm okay. As long as you don't have too many tattoos on your face, we all good to go.
Okay. We got to do the Kendra cam. I know you in the car, but we got to do the Kendra cam.
All right, hold on. 'Cause-
Oh, it's dark. I feel like you have a nice shape.
Oh, she looks like she has a doctor-made booty. Look at that. Look at that shape. Right? I mean, that I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a doctor-made booty. Does it not to you guys?
Okay. But it's dark. It's hard to see you. Ooh. I can't hear you, baby. We can't hear you, boo. Ooh, she wants us to see this body.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, you was walking and then
Yeah.
okay, what you got home?
No, I'm at work.
You were going to work.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. Now the last question I asked you, we did the Kendra Kim.
Yes.
Okay. So after the Kendra Kim, okay. When was your last relationship?
11 years
Wait,
ago.
you want to do the Kendra Kim now with some light?
Yeah, besides the trollers and the internet. Hold on. Can you do me a favor? Can you hold the phone real quick?
Okay, we see you. All right. If you just tuning in, this is the
I'm sorry. That looks like, low key gay. I think that looks fake. In my opinion, that booty looks fake.
Texas, DC, 28, Capricorn, no kids. A mom, yeah. You mom to three?
No, I
No,
have no children.
I'm sorry. That's the wrong person. What's your name again?
Alexis.
Yeah, I have you right.
No kids.
Oh, three jobs. I'm sorry.
Three
Here we
jobs.
go. All right, I said three. Mom said three. It's three jobs. All right, you just put it in. Here we go. We have
Okay.
Alexis, DC, 28, Capricorn. She has no kids. Has three jobs. Cloud engineer, a waitress, owns her own apartment building. You said correct or
Yes, that's
um
correct.
no broke men. She made that clear. 200K is the preference. 100K is not enough.
Nope.
Okay. Now, when was your last relationship, Alexis?
11 years ago.
11. You've been single for 11 years?
You know how people go relationship to relationship to relationship? I kind of feel like that's what dating should be for. Like when I meet people and they be like, well, why are you and your ex break up? Well, it just didn't
That
work
wouldn't
out.
be
We
11.
weren't a
If
good
you go
fit.
relationship to relationship, that means the last one wouldn't have been 11
No,
years
no,
ago.
no, no. I'm speaking on other people, what they do.
Okay.
This is why I don't do it. I think dating should be the time when you're getting to know somebody. You're trying to figure out the red flags. If you're willing to accept those red flags, if you're willing to accept every part of them. When I get in the next relationship, I want it to be somebody I'm willing to marry. And I don't see why that needs to be rushed. So,
Okay, I have a question. In those 11 years, are you having sex?
yes, I've dated people exclusively. I just
Haven't been in a relationship in 11 years, but you know what? She's still out in those streets. She's still giving her body, her booty, to the men that don't qualify for a relationship. Men don't qualify for a relationship to her. Yet, these same men that don't qualify for relationships, they qualify for her body. So a relationship with her is worth more than her body. Her body is worth a whole lot less. Yeah. So really, then what is the man really paying for? What is the man really paying for?
haven't gotten to the point where I wanted to make them my boyfriend.
Okay, so dating exclusively means neither one of you guys date other people.
Correct.
So help me understand. Maybe I'm ignorant. Why would that not be a relationship if you're both just seeing each other?
I can still text other people. I just choose not. I can still go on a dates with other people. I just choose not to. And sometimes depends on who I'm dating. Some people I'll still date other people. Go out for a few dates. I'm just not actively sleeping with anyone else because I prefer to sleep with one person at a time.
Okay.
So I guess that's the difference. I don't answer to anybody.
Okay.
If
And
I
I'm
want to meet somebody, get their number, I can. I'm still single.
okay.
You don't answer to nobody. You still sleep with these men. Men that don't qualify for your standards. Yeah, this woman ain't. This is the thing, right? Where women don't understand why they are the reason why they honestly don't qualify for the men of a certain caliber. Right? Women like this, honestly, men that can even meet her standards, they will only see this woman as a pump and dump. For a good time, not a long time.
And I'm
You
just
can too.
okay. So my assumption is because I know you have a high salary request. Do all these men meet your 200K requirement?
Yes. It's
Okay.
pretty normal though in DC. DC incomes are higher, and I'm in tech, so everyone in my field pretty much makes at least 150 or higher.
This is true. Now I want to ask this question. But you also said that these dating experiences never grew to a committed relationship. Why not?
I think because I feel like the dating pool has a little bit of pee in it, and I feel like sometimes people.
The dating pool has pee in it. Usually it's her pee. Usually it's women's pee. Right? The dating pool has pee in it. Yet there are these men, but while there's pee in the pool, right? So low quality men. Yet you are willing to give your body to these low quality men. Right? You're not giving these, you're not going into a relationship with these men because there's pee in the pool. Yet it's fine for you to give your body to men. This is honestly, this is the thing. This is why men don't even value women's bodies, right? One of the prizes you can get, right, for a woman to give to a man, children, their bodies, their youth. Men don't value that anymore. Men don't value that anymore. Why? Why? Women will give children to shitty ass men. Women will give children to the pookies, the players, the bad boys, men that don't even meet women's own standards. So, children is not that big of a deal. Youth, they will spend their years on shitty ass men. Shitty ass men that don't even meet their standards again. So really, women's youth is really nothing special, because again, youth is always there, right? You can always go to the next one. Women's bodies, okay, no different there. Women's body, no value there, because here's the thing: women will still give their bodies to men that don't meet their standards, men that don't even need to give these women relationships. So imagine this: a man that can meet these women's standards. Why would they even want that? Why would they even want these women? Because one, women's giving children, not important anymore, right? Not that valuable. Their youth, it's all these things, right? Youth, children, those are slowly getting passed, right? And their body, more and more as women age, more and more men are using it. So really, this is the thing where women understand. As men's value appreciate, right? Men get more money as they go older, which women value. This woman pretty much only values men's money. So I'll find it funny why she can't even get a relationship from these men, or she doesn't even want a relationship from these men, when pretty much she only values money. But here's the thing. Like I said, as men age, they appreciate because they get more money over time. For women, they will depreciate. Why? Their youth goes slowly, withers away, right? Baby making years are slowly withering away, or they've made too many babies, right? And their body, over time, plenty of men are using it. Plenty of men have used it. So really, where's the value? Where's the dating market value for women?
People like to ignore red flags, and I've ignored a few. I'll get with somebody and sexually it's not cutting it for me, and I'll keep dating them knowing I wouldn't marry this person. Or it'll be something where I've dated people
Sexually doesn't cut it for you. This woman must have a high ass body count.
who were financially not on the same page as me, trying to help them. So I've helped them get new jobs. I'll do resumes, help them do interviews. And then I realized that some people just aren't meant to make a lot of
Yo, Parasoldier, what country are you from? I didn't know you were from another country.
money. I help them get these jobs, and then all of a sudden they start acting funny. I just feel like you have to be aligned. And I haven't really felt anybody that was I haven't really met anyone that I was on the same page with. But I'm patient. So I've just been traveling and doing me. I'm not hurt, but I guess that's the reason why it's so easy for me to do the non-committed thing, because I would be a little bit more offended if these are my boyfriends. These are not my boyfriends. They are people I enjoy for the season, and I'm moving on.
These aren't your boyfriend. These are men you allow to enjoy your body. This is a thing where women, it's like, it amazes me, right? It really does, to think that what do women even think men think? So she's not terrible looking. Body looks like a doctor made it, but does she think men are desiring? Men want to commit to this. A woman that will give her body to men that don't meet her standards. Right? So now that if you, as a man that meets her standards, you're getting what? Sloppy seconds? You're getting what men that are below you are getting.
Now let me ask you this, because there's some women who enjoy dating the way you date, don't necessarily really have a goal of marriage or a committed relationship with one person. Do you feel as though is that your goal? Like, do you want to be married? I mean, it's not a bad thing if you don't, but I'm just curious because it seems like you rather just continue to date instead of locking in with one person.
No, I would like to lock in one person. I just don't want to settle. I'm not gonna like I've met amazing men who just didn't meet my income requirements. I got too many goals I have for myself to be with somebody that I have to build up, or who just comfortable being where they are. I want something serious, but I don't want to settle. Like,
So settling to you is being in a committed relationship with a man that makes less than 200K.
Oh, Canada. That's pretty cool, Pero. I That's interesting. I've been hearing a lot of crazy stuff about Canada now lately, and yeah, like you guys are going more American in all the worst ways. I've been hearing a lot like that, so that's crazy.
settling for me is being with somebody that put their hands on you, being someone that lies to you, being someone who has too many kids, being with anybody who isn't on the same page as you. And that's just not for me. That's for men too. I'm not asking you to settle. Like, I've had men not be interested because I wear makeup or I wear wigs. Everybody has their own preference. Settling for me is just not, you're not meeting my non-negotiables. You're not doing what your career isn't where it needs to be, or you got too many kids, or you lie too much, or you don't want to travel. The last guy I dated long term didn't want to travel internationally at all. Vacation to him is like going to Florida. And I like to go around the world. I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting somebody who wants to travel too. It's small things. And those small things usually is what it
That's
disconnects.
not okay. Hold on, let me jump in. These are not small things. I think this is where it's not a small thing, honey. And also, I'm not God. I'm gonna start off before I start. Let me say I'm not God. So I can never say absolute anything. But you do have to understand the man that you're describing is a 1% man that can make the salary requirement, could afford to travel around this world, could give you great sex. I think you had a kid requirement.
No more than
You
2 children.
Okay, no more. You did now. You don't have an attraction requirement. So that's a grace area. So he can have the income and not the money, but he still got to have good sex. So I'm gonna assume that whatever. We'll leave it there.
I
But
can settle on that too. I'm be
it,
honest, in today's generation, I can
you
settle
can
with
settle
bad
on the
sex.
sex.
I can settle with that too.
Okay, so you're willing to settle in the area. So really, for you. So now let's just go to.
She just want the money. This is that thing, right? I'm not, I'm not the kind of guy who I'm not the kind of creator that knocks a women's game. Fine, you want the money. I'm not surprised. The men that you want, right, that has the money, yeah, they probably want you for your youth, your body. I get it. But again, that's why, like I said before, as time goes on, it's going to only get harder for you to find that man, right? I don't really call women gold diggers because here, you know, can we be surprised? Men that want women's body and women want men's money, no surprise, right? But that doesn't change why I said her career money is useless. And second, I said that, you know what? This is why I said she should have found that man when she was 21, right? That rich or whatever man when she was 21. Because it only gets harder once you get to your 30s, your mid 30s, your late 30s. It doesn't get easier over time wanting that type of man. That man in that tax bracket, it doesn't get easier.
The commitment. So you just want this man that makes this requirement to be exclusively committed to you as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And someone thoughtful, someone caring.
Okay. And although you've dated these men, you just never been in a committed relationship with one.
Correct.
So just hypothetical. Let's just say your experience will always just be dating. Like you get these men who meet your wonderful requirements that you can date for a period of time. And then after a while, you learn for whatever reason, it's not going to grow to the committed relationship. And then you go on to the next man that meets all those requirements. Are you fine with that? Or does having a husband and having a family, is that
Having
important
a
to you?
having a family is important to me.
Okay.
So ideally, that's why I'm pretty focused. I don't really waste my time on people that I feel like it won't be long term. I'm quick to cut somebody off. because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. So I know what I want. So I won't even let it get to the first date if we're not on the same page. I don't need to waste your money, waste your time. So
Right.
that's how I
I
look at it.
think I think women that, because you say you date these men, so I'm gonna put you in this category. Women who get to date men who make high salaries, it's like a gift and a curse. Because, like, I'll give an example. I met this young lady. I mean, gorgeous. She was freaking gorgeous. And when I was in Atlanta at iFest, there was a private dinner, and she was talking to me. She's like, "I want to be in a relationship." She was 26. I mean, she was drop dead gorgeous. And she was saying she was currently dating a guy in France, and he flies her to France once a month. And I'm like, girlfriend, it is going to be so hard for a regular guy to date you because you're used to people flying you to France,
I don't.
once a month. That's going to be crazy for a guy to say, "I'm going to take you out to dinner." You're like, "Where?" In
I
Africa?
will say I don't compare men to other men, just the same way I don't want to be compared to other women. I think it's unfair and nobody can ever close that gap.
Do you compare? But I'm talking about experience, not necessarily the men. So can you
No.
still be can you still be wowed by the experience? Because if you have this major experience from this man, it might not be the man, but if this man was able to give you a certain amount of experience, now it
Yo, David, thank you for stopping by.
was dating, wasn't necessarily a relationship. Can you
I do agree, right? Any woman you see on Kendra's show, 100% avoid. 100% avoid.
would it be settling for you for a man that can offer you the relationship, but maybe financially can't do the things that the guy that had the money could? Would that be settling to you?
No. I kind of, I come from humble beginnings. So if I met a man who was clear at 200,000, no extra, no, he can't go internationally as much as I do, then I will compromise. I think that's my biggest, I guess,
She just said the last man wouldn't go travel international and she didn't like him.
positive that I'm willing to compromise. If I need to move, if we can't go on a date this week because he needs to save or he needs to work, I'm willing to adjust. I feel like in today's dating world, when there are beautiful women everywhere, I don't compare myself to other people because you can't. Just like there are many attractive women, a lot of women built like me. So I try to just adjust and go with the flow. I just need a man that's willing to communicate and let me know when I need to make adjustments.
Okay, fair enough. So you have some paid questions before I get to them. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Yo, Neo, thank you for stopping by, bro.
I'm not going to answer.
Okay.
Oh, God, this dumbass. So Kendra just asked, when was the last time you had sex? When was the last time you had sex? She said, I'm not going to answer. It's like, you might as well, because honestly, you not answering showed that you recently had sex. You are complaining that there's piss in the pool, right? This is the thing, right? Parasocial was saying that he despised these women. I don't despise these women. I despise these women's thinking, right? I despise these women's thinking. How dare you say there's piss in the pool, yet you are having sex with the same men that are in this pissed ass pool? How dare you, right? How dare you say that there is piss in this pool? Where are the good men? All this shit when you ignore good men. When you have sex with the shitty men that don't meet your standards. You have sex with the men that don't even give you a relationship. How dare you say shit like that? That's what I despise, right? These women, whatever. I don't give a shit. But I hate women's lack of accountability. I hate women's hypocrisies. I hate women's delusions, right? You cannot say, where are the good men at? And then on the same token say that, you know what? I don't like these good men. I don't like these kind of men. They're not good looking enough. They're not tall enough. They're not charming enough. They're not rich enough. Then really, you don't care about him being a good man. You care about him having all these other standards, right? Meeting all these other standards, and at the bottom, being a good man, right? So really, that shit is effed up. That's what I despise more. These women's way of thinking.
3 flaws you have to work on.
I could stop ignoring.
And that is insane, right? That is insane. To have that is Neil said it, right? They have standards for relationship versus hookups. Insane, right? And that's true. That is true. But that is insane, right? What good man? What man of morality, of character, right? A man that would be monogamous to you. See that as, you know what? That's the type of woman I want to be with. A woman that has rules for relationships and rules for hookups. No.
Red flags. I could also I could be not as ambitious, and I also could be not as outspoken as I am. I don't have a filter.
Okay. And now, do you want the paid questions before I read any?
Kendra, I have a quick question. Is there any way I can join later?
You have to go. Why is that?
I have to go for a meeting at work just for like 10 minutes, but they want me to leave like right now.
Well, I don't know how much later we're going to be on the show. Are you on the Kendra G
Uh,
Singles dating app?
I am. It's Alexis White is my name. Skip past the money part. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna skip past the look part. It doesn't matter.
No,
I
why would a
could.
guy be lucky to be with you?
No, I'm about to answer the question. I try not. I'm trying to do better at not focusing on looks or money because it doesn't matter to a man that's a quality man. To me, I would
I think
say,
looks matter to a quality man. If I think attraction begins with everybody, men
yeah,
and
but
women.
I think there's so many attractive women that I don't think it's really a.
You have an ugly personality. So really, if you don't have looks, you have nothing. This woman is. Why does a man is lucky to be with her? Seriously, if she doesn't have looks, she has nothing. Her personality is like dirt.
Plus anymore. It's not something to put in the win column. There are beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah, but if you want a 200 plus K man, attraction is gonna be the first thing I mean, it won't keep them potentially. I see what you're saying, but you're gonna.
Yeah, that's true. Attraction, how a woman looks, right, will attract a man, right? I've said this before. A woman's looks is what attracts a man. A woman's personality is what keeps a man.
Gonna have to be
And honestly, she has a shitty personality. So really, no wonder she can't. No wonder this woman only qualifies for situationships. She ain't keeping a man.
he's gonna have to be attracted to you.
Yeah, I get it, but I guess I'm very honest. I won't ever lie to them. I am a provider, so whether or not he wants me to continue to work, and my goal is to build something with my partner, financially, businesses, whatever the case may be. And I guess the hugest thing is the fact that I can adjust to both worlds. I can, I told you I come from humble beginnings, but I've also seen the other side of it. So I'm able to go to a business meeting or go to a gala or go to a cookout. I want to be able to be adjustable to wherever I need to be adjustable to. And also, I compromise. I, that's the hugest thing. I feel like a
Okay.
lot of women are unwilling to change or unwilling to get feedback. I want all the
One of the hardest things like that she won't compromise is a man's money. A man that makes 200K is 1%. Compromise what? His looks? Okay. I mean, it's like compromise travel. It's like one of the hardest things that you won't compromise is a man's money. It's rare. That man is rare as shit. And provide. It's like, again, you ain't providing shit. Building? You want to build with a man? You're asking a man that already makes 1%, right? He's a 1% man. He doesn't need you to build shit with him.
feedback you can give me. If you feel like I have something to change, then tell me to change it.
Now here's someone to pay. Do you have 3 minutes?
Yeah, I have 1 minute. So
1 minute.
I can answer the
Okay.
question.
Divine Photo says, seems like the 6-figure man you desire see you as recreational use only.
Well, I haven't had a problem with meeting, having long-term relationships. The people I told you I dated, those all ended because of me. They were just missing something that I didn't want. So I don't really worry about that. And also, I don't have sex like that. So I don't have time to be just having sex just to be having sex. I let a man know this vagina is, I don't have one. Like, if you are interested in having sex, please leave me alone. Because until we get to that page, and that may be 2-3 months.
Here's a woman that said she's not been in a relationship for over 11 years. But she said she's been in plenty of situationships. This woman is a hypocrite.
4 or 5 months, who knows, you won't get any. So I don't even entertain those type of conversations.
Okay, fair enough.
And I can do one more.
Damon Dennis said, for the fellas, this is not wifey material. This is a future robber that will take half your shit, guaranteed.
Yeah, I kind of make more than I guarantee it. I make more money than him. So how can I take half your shit when I bring my own shit to the table?
You could. You just said you want a man that makes equal to you or more. So really, you can. He's not talking about himself. Women are ridiculous. Women are absolutely like Kendra G. Women, you know, the women on Kendra G show. I only show it as a fun, entertaining example, right? Of one of the shitty ass women's around the world, right? That this is the piss in the dating pool. Okay, these women are unbelievable. And you know what? This is the thing where I like to show the hypocrisies, the delusions, the lack of accountability of women. And Kendra G show, the women on here is like the epitome of that. So, yeah, these women are crazy.